Starting off with the head coach, Nick Sirianni, Andy Reid, two incredible coaches. They were both in the Super Bowl last year. You know Andy Reid well. He drafted you, has done a lot for you, but you know Nick Sirianni well as well.
I love Nick. I love Nick too.
You gotta love Nick. Nick is a young superstar head coach. I am giving the edge to Andy Reid, Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay. And I'm going with Andy Reid as well.
Where you at?
Because the thing about Andy Reid is I'm going Andy.
Okay.
If you watch the Super Bowl last year against the Eagles, it was 2 touchdowns uncontested. And that comes from film play, that comes from play calling.
Fair.
Andy Reid called that play, touchdown. I'm going Andy Reid. He's more experienced. He's been there. And I love the guy. Look at it. Come on, let me rub it. Hey, look, I used to rub his stomach. Come on, big guy.
Okay, after Andy Reid, let's talk about the quarterbacks. Last year, Jalen Hurts was about to win the MVP until he got hurt.
Yeah, he did ball.
He did ball.
He was balling.
But then Patrick Mahomes stepped up and took over the MVP.
That's true.
But some people say Jalen Hurts outplayed Mahomes in a Super Bowl. Which quarterback got the edge?
I mean, you cannot go against the king on the throne. You cannot do. You see Game of Thrones? Don't play them games. You already know. Patrick Mahomes is on the throne. He's the guy. I love Jalen Hurts. And eventually, I think one day, Jalen Hurts will take that throne. But till now, unless he gets some dragons, he can't do it. He cannot do it.
It's easy for me. Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, Jalen Hurts has done a lot of great things in the National Football League, but Patrick Mahomes is one of the greatest to ever do it. Now let's talk in totality on offense. They are commanding their offense, but who are you giving the edge to the whole offensive picture?
I'm going with the Eagles. I mean, if you look at it, we got the better offensive line. We got the better wide receiver tandem, right? Running backs. I mean, I'm going with us. I said us. Well, the Eagles running backs. So if you get the offense all together, I think every aspect they win other than the quarterbacks.
I'm with you. We are on the same page thus far. Offense for me is also the Philadelphia Eagles. But here is where it gets interesting. Because defensively, most notably, the last 3 to 5 years, Chiefs defense has not been great. Last year, Eagles defense third in the history of football, getting after the quarterback, 70 sacks. Where are you with the edge on defense?
I got to go with the Eagles again. Yeah, I know, man. I know. And the Chiefs, I will say this. All the years from watching Andy Reid, from with the Eagles and also with the Chiefs, it's always been the offense. And this year, the defense is playing really well for the Chiefs. But I got to say, man, one thing about them Eagles, you don't know who it's going to be. I can tell you who it's going to be for the Chiefs on defense. You might get Snead at quarterback.
No doubt.
Might make some plays. You might get Chris Jones make some plays.
No doubt.
But overall, with the Eagles, it can be anybody. We just seen against the, who was it, the Cowboys?
Yeah.
We seen Brandon Graham. He's my age.
He is.
And we can get a sack or two. So they got more piece over on defense to make plays, man. And then another thing, Kevin Bonner, he is getting more comfortable in that scheme. He's gonna make some plays.
Shady,
he's a baller.
I completely disagree with you on this one.
That's okay.
Not because
That's
the Eagles
right.
don't have more pieces, but Steve Spagnuolo on defensive coordinator.
He's a beast.
He
is a beast.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's a
Chiefs
beast.
got the second best defense right now as it pertains to points, and the fourth as it pertains to yards allowed, if I am not mistaken. Eagles are middle of the pack. They're still figuring things out. They have pieces, but those pieces be getting hurt. Their safeties have been getting hurt. Nickelback's trying to figure it out. You had to go get Byard 3 weeks ago because you didn't have a safety that could play as a veteran. So defense for me, I'm going Chiefs. But now let's talk about the X factor. This isn't to say who's going to win, but this is to say who do you think is going to be that special player that the viewer at home needs to pay a little extra attention to?
You know what? They're going to put Snead on A.J. Brown, who's a dog, a big dog. So I'm thinking about who they going to... I mean, one against one. You got to do that. Who's the next guy they're going to put on Devontae Smith? Who's it going to be, Acho? And I tell you what, on a lot of teams, he would be the number 1A.
True.
It just has to be got 2 ones.
True.
And one's 1A and one's B, but hey, it is what it is. He's going to be the X factor. He's so good. Smitty can't be touched.
I feel it.
He's 165, but he go up and catch you like he's 265. He run routes like he's, you know.
Okay, I got the same train of thought as you. I'm thinking to myself, who's going to be the Chiefs' third receiving option? You already know what Travis Kelce going to do. But for me, it's who's going to be the other receiving option. I'm going Rasheed Rice. I'm going with the rook. Here's why, Shady.
Tell me why.
3 touchdowns he has.
We need to know.
He got 3 touchdowns in the last 5 games, and he has 3 straight games of 50-plus yards. 3 of his last 4 games, 50-plus yards. I think he is starting to come into his own. He is going to be the receiver that has the weak link on the Eagles' defense. You got Flay, you got Bradbury. Outside of those 2, you're going to have to attack the Eagles' third corner.
He's young, man. He's real young.
Very young.
He's inconsistent. There's some times where he's balling out, right, with the screens, looks explosive, looks fast. There's other times he has drops. drops. He has drops. He is, and he's still young. And the thing about the Chiefs is they're trying to find that rotation. Who's going to be number 2 receiver?
Yeah.
Okay, let's find that out. Who's going to be number 3 receiver? They don't know. And that's why I think when that offense is so up and down because they don't have nobody else other than Travis Kelce.
Fair. I like it.
Now, I will say this, though.
I like it.
If Taylor Swift is in the building, I'm going all Chiefs. Because I know when she's there, they going to win. And they going to do it in the high
I have
fashion.
heard that the Swift parents are meeting the Kelce parents.
Oh, it's over. Uh-oh.
It's one of them ones.
Put 100,000 on the Chiefs.
You just told me you weren't betting anymore. You literally just told me that off camera.
Taylor Swift, though. I bet on her.
My dog.
She's a winner.
You're a smart man.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.